Beach Babe Sea Salt Spray. Do I look like a beach babe to you? Hello everyone and welcome back to the Year Challenge. Just to give you a quick update, I was due to have my beard trimmed today, but my barber had to cancel. Not his fault, bless him. So I'm going to talk to you today about sea salt sprays. Now, I'm beginning to suffer a bit from product overload. I don't know about you, but there are so many things now you can put in your beard, and it's all starting to get confusing. The old beard's starting to feel like a Christmas tree, and you could just spend so much money on these different things. It's knowing which ones to choose. Anyway, I thought I'd have a look at sea salt sprays, and therefore I purchased 3 different examples to try out and to share with you. Let's see how I got on. There are quite a number of salt spray products on the market at a very wide range of prices. Take Toni and Guy's Messy Salt Spray. This Unilever product is definitely at the budget end and cost me a mere £2.50 to buy online. The ingredients to some extent reflect this low cost. The salt is common sodium chloride rather than sea salt, although all 3 products have at least some of this common salt. And there's a pile of nasty sounding additives that I'd rather not think about. I did actually wonder if I could achieve the same result by spooning some table salt into a bottle of tap water, but at this price I would be hard pressed to make it more cheaply, even with that kind of recipe. The Lee Stafford Beach Babe Sea Salt Spray I did not buy online. I just went into my local Boots the Chemist to see what they had on the shelves. Ours is not the biggest store, and this was the only salt spray they had. Clearly it's aimed at ladies, and it's hardly their fault that I'm not a beach babe. The ingredients look a little more upmarket. There is a pinch of Dead Sea salt in there to go with all the parabens and other stuff. But again, at just under £8 a bottle, it isn't massively pricey. In contrast, Beardbrand's Blank Slate Sea Salt Spray set me back £25. It is a larger bottle to be fair, but even so it's a lot more expensive. There are not too many outlets selling Beardbrand in the UK, and it was actually quite difficult to find. I imagine it's cheaper over in the US. And you do get a big improvement in the ingredients for what you pay. Scent free, you get some proper sea salt, and mostly natural ingredients, including white clay to give volume, so you need to give it a good shake up. There is glycerin in there though, which did surprise me a bit. Now I was left with a few questions about how to use this stuff. First of all, just when does one apply this? The obvious choices are you spray on the salt spray before you begin drying your beard, immediately after the wash, or you dry the beard partially or fully first and then add the sea salt spray and dry it again. So that was the first dilemma. I found that if I put the sea salt spray on first, because it does provide a measure of hold to the beard, I was then in some danger of pulling out the beard hairs when I combed it, because the sea salt spray was providing some resistance there, and that's one reason why I stopped doing that. So what I do now is put the salt spray on after I've nearly dried the beard, and then I re-dry it with the spray on, but using rather less brushing. That was one issue. Second issue is, what do you do about all the other products? You know, do you use sea salt spray and texture balm? I don't. Do you use sea salt spray and beard oil? Well, I've got a choice there and I've tried both. One is to just put the beard oil on at bedtime after my second wash of the day or whatever. I usually at least have 2 showers a day. And so I put the salt spray on in the morning and put the beard oil on at night. But I have also been putting the beard oil on in the daytime as well. I put the beard oil on when the beard is nearly dry, just partially damp, then put the spray on, and then, I don't know, it just seems all a bit much. So there's that. And one thing I did find actually was that this stuff, this sea salt spray, does work pretty well if you've washed the beard first. That's when I found it worked best. You know, if you actually used your beard shampoo once, twice a week or whatever, if you then immediately put on the sea salt spray, I found that gave the best results. Anyway, let's have a look at these things in practice. Let's try out the Beardbrand product and see how well it does. So I've already dried my beard, nearly dry, it's just slightly damp, given the bottle a jolly good shake, and now I'm going to spray the stuff on. Sorry I keep opening my mouth there. I find when I'm spraying below my lower lip, I open my mouth to save spraying the thing onto my moustache. So downward with the cool blow dryer, and I'm just using that brush very, very lightly. You can see it probably rolling round and round. I'm not really putting much pressure on there, but just to keep it as straight as I reasonably can. You may not want to do that. You could actually just shape the thing with your hands rather than using a brush at all, and that's what I'm going to finish off doing. It's not having that good an effect, particularly on the wispy bits around the bottom and on the neck hair. I think it will work a lot better once I've had that trim that I'm very much looking forward to. As it is, I think, providing a bit of volume and certainly some hold, but the overall result is rather let down by the fact that I need a trim. So here's the result. It's not bad. It certainly is better than without it, but unfortunately, as I said before, the result's rather let down by the trim that I so very much need at the moment. Once that's in a style, I suspect it'll be rather better. So what conclusion does that lead us to? Well, I haven't yet been too impressed with the results. It's been okay, but beard balm is a much nicer experience, for me anyway. I actually much prefer putting the stuff on. It feels nicer. If you're looking for a kissable beard, not my aspiration these days, but if you're looking for that kind of softness, then really the beard balm does it for you and salt spray doesn't. I didn't leave it there though. I tried a little experiment by putting on rather a lot more of the spray, of the salt spray, and the results actually were rather better. I think, especially with my beard in its current untrimmed, rather scruffy state, putting on 30 pumps of Beach Babe spray really makes a difference. It really does provide quite a hold, but not very kissable, to be fair. So I was going to conclude that this stuff, you know, really wasn't worth the bother, but now I've moved it up slightly a notch and would say that it's worth having in your armoury for emergency situations. It's worth having there, but I wouldn't make it a top priority. In terms of which I like best, clearly of the three, the Beardbrand had the better ingredients, but was really, for us anyway in the UK, far too expensive. It was nice maybe to put on your Christmas list, but really I'd go for the Beach Babe spray. In terms of value and what you get for your money, just have to ignore the scent, which goes off pretty quickly. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. I'm sorry about the lack of a trim this week. I'll get that done as soon as I possibly can and get that film then out to you. Meanwhile, I'll live with a scruffy beard. So have a really nice week. I hope you're having a good time with your beards, whatever state they're in. See you again soon. Take care now.